All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I need to change our banner because this is Cricket for Americans. How's everybody doing today? Delhi Capitals have won the toss, and Shreyas Iyer has elected to first. No surprise there. So good to see you again. Another morning for us, evening for you. Delhi Capitals versus Kings 11. A few matches ago, maybe even a week ago, you would say Kings 11 have no chance. They're at the bottom. They've been playing a lot better. They've been fighting. They've been hungry. They've been showing that they want it. Capitals, even though they keep winning, they've showed some signs of normalcy. They showed some signs of humancy. So what's going to happen in today's match? Can Kings 11 continue to keep their playoff hopes alive, or are they going to bury themselves further? Good morning, Swapnil. Good morning, Arav, Valliston, Flesh, Ian. What's up, buddy? Laughter Express, Minutium. How are you guys all doing? Thanks for joining me. You guys are on it so early. Jordy girl, what's up, friend? What is happening? So glad to have you all here with me. Yes, the universal boss. Oh, I totally forgot my Dream 11 squad. That's okay. What's up, Arjit? You're excited to watch Gabe's movie after. I was watching some of that movie. Yes, it was a long one. But from Gabe, what else do we expect? What's up, S. Dervma? Some music's. What's up? There was a lot of comments in Gabe's movie where they say they loved Nick's commentary, and I wasn't in that video, so I was watching some. It's a long video. I watched some of it to figure out where my commentary was. If you know what part of the video that is, let me know so I can check that out. To hear an impression of myself. Physics with Amit Pandy. What's up? My S. Dervna says my name is Nicholas. So in some sorts, I am Nick too. Yep. My full name is Nicholas as well. So we got that in common. What's up, man? My full name is Nicholas. When I was younger, it was too long or something. I wasn't the hugest fan of that name. And one of my friends said, why don't you just go by Nick? Had never thought of that before. I was in 5th grade. I'd never thought of that ever since, but you can call me Nicholas. Doesn't bother me at all. That was 9-10-year-old Nick. You watched the first episode of Gabe's series. What's up, Dante? No, Gabe should be here today. Honestly, I had no idea he wasn't going to show up yesterday. He got to get some extra sleep yesterday. He should be here this morning, but we don't really text too much. We just send him the link and he shows up. Sometimes we text. I'm not a fan of my name, huh? Now it's okay. Yeah. So we're both in the same boat there. What's up, Jahan? What's up, Ace? What's up, Shashank? You think you'll win and Kings 11 will be out of the tournament? I don't know. Kings 11 showed some life. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the upset here. I mean, you got to favor DC, right? See if Shaw can last a little longer this time. Yeah. The one man amongst men, man amongst boys. What's up, Kathleen? Planted lots of bulbs now resting. Yeah, get yourself some rest. Relax. It's all good. Yeah, I didn't get invited to Gabe's movie. I didn't even get a guest appearance. I didn't even get a cameo. I didn't even get like a character actor spot. No invite. What's that all about? Interesting changes by both teams. Ooh, what are the changes? Interesting to find out. Hey, Nick, just started watching Last Man on Earth. Watched 6th episode. It was decent. Yeah, I've seen the entire series. I love Last Man on Earth. Love it. Oh, Gabe, thank goodness. I don't have to ask the question every 5 seconds. Where's Gabe? Where's Gabe? Am I my brother's keeper?
What's up, people? What's up? First of all,
What's up, Dr. Vi?
First of all, let me say I want to say hello to I want to say hello to my adoring public. All right. Second of all, I like Nicholas. I would have gone with Nicholas.
Wow, my adoring public. Holy cow.
I love it. I love it. Listen, I would have gone with Nicholas too. It just sounds sexier. You know what I mean? It sounds like more distinguished. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? A chick comes up to you, be like, hey, how you doing? My name is Nicholas. You know what I mean? Kind of, it sounds foreign, even though it's not. You know what I mean? You can play like you're like European or French or something like, my name is Nicholas. Nicholas. Go with Nicholas. I say we go with Nicholas.
Say a chick comes up to you and says, my name is Nicholas?
No.
You just call me a girl?
I said, if a chick comes up to you, you know what I mean? That explains the wet nap story and explains why you had trouble with the ladies. My name's Nick. My name is Nicholas. What do you think? Arab, you're still in school. Wow. Who gets more chicks? Is it Nick or Nicholas? What do you guys think? Wow. So I'm listening to Nick as I'm setting up, right? Because on the stream or whatnot, I have him on there, and I'm cracking up listening to it. And I gotta say, yo, Nick is awesome, guys. He is. There was a couple of comments that had me cracking up in the R3 Wickets when we did together, and it was hilarious. Now, first and foremost, that the R3 Wickets, the when I dropped the episode, the 90-minute episode, which covered all 4, I actually recorded that Sunday. But guys, I'm a slacker, all right? Nick actually had the other R3 Wickets ready to go by like 8 or 9, and I'm still up to, editing and stuff. It is what it is. That was down the other one was recorded a day ago. That's why Nick wasn't there, because it was recorded on Sunday. And I respect my man. You know what I'm saying? Sundays he does a stream. It's a personal choice. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, one of the comments that have you cracking up on what we did crack up, I got to address right now. They said, oh, Nick just picked Mumbai Indians because they had 3 championships, and Gabe picked them because he got 4. If you want to insult me because I'm chunky, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ladies love the chunkiness. It keeps them warm. The wife likes it, pretty much. Just saying. You want to insult me because I might make some off-the-cuff statements? Cool. You want to insult me because my singing is bad? Cool. But hear what I'm saying. I chose them because I made a mistake and did not realize that you couldn't play, much like they must have not realized, that you couldn't play all those foreigners at the same time. I didn't realize you could only play 4 international players, and you have a slew. I love bowling, right? And I was like, wow, look at this bowling attack. They've got Satner. They've got Tahir, who had just won the Purple Cup the year before. They've got DJ Bravo, who DJ Bravo has the most T20 wickets. They've got oh my gosh, they got Johar. They've got Josh Hazelwood. I went with them because they're stacked in bowling, and I love pitching because it's really close to bowling. Nick chose Mumbai because, again, he saw how destructive Pollard was, and he liked the players on the team. But we did do the research on that. Just say it. With that being said, Nick, let's be real.
Let me correct you on that one. Mumbai has 4 championships. CSK has 3 championships.
There you go.
Question is, Gabe. Oh, there you go. There you go. My man Dewan's still doing Dewanian things. My question is, Mr. Gabe, what is with this Nick commentary in your 90-minute movie? I was not in that video. I was not invited. I was not in it. What is this commentary I keep hearing about?
Which commentary? I don't know. 90 minutes is a long time.
Dude, you're the one that made the video.
Look, I think this is the guy that said it. Don't lie, guys. Where is it? Here it is. Don't lie, guys. Yeah, okay. I chose them because they got 3 championships. Nick, who's your baseball team?
The Padres.
How many championships do they got?
They got 0. To say with my Chargers. Listen, guys, it's all about the hometown team. It's all about the hometown team. Do we live in India? Do we? No. Do we live close? No. So it's time to choose some teams, right? Time to choose some teams. If they want to say I'm a front runner, then go for it. Look at my teams. Okay. Go for my teams and tell me. Tell me. Oh, I know. Look at it. Look at this. This is hilarious. Where's it at? Oh, I lost it. Anyways. Trident's had more wins than CSK at this stage. Actually, that's not true. I thought the same thing. I thought they had 4. They only had 3. So I gave Gabe that business yesterday. They're still tied 3-7 right now. But that is glorious because as bad as the Tridents look, the fact that CSK is that bad, awesome.
They're at the
Awesome.
bottom of the points table. Who would have thought that, bro? I can't believe that. That is just depressing. Through one over, guys, we're 13-0. 13-0. I mean, DC is
Woo!
DC, guys.
There you go. There goes KL Raul. Nice save right there. He always likes to have his cap tilted a little bit to the side. I love it. A little bit to the side. You know what's funny, Gabe, is in the 3 wickets that I was in, right? There's a few comments there that talked about Steve Smith. Nick, you are so wrong about Steve Smith. He was fantastic. So I'm not going to get into that. But can I just say, I wasn't the only one that was crushing Steve Smith in that video. But who gets all the hate? Who gets all the hate? This guy. Nick, watch the video. Gabe crushes him too. Gabe mentions, I love Smudgy, but he's not playing the same. Why is it only Nick? What are you guys afraid to insult Gabe? Do you think he can't take it? Do you think he's going to crumble under the pressure because his CSK team is so bad? There's like 7 comments. Nick, you're wrong about Smith. I don't think I am. I wasn't the only one. I think they put CFA together and everything we both say. Nick, come on.
So I was exposed for one thing, by the way. Oh, Tom Curran. Could you imagine if it's a Tom Curran fake account trolling you, Nick? That would be glorious. That would be glorious. Because in the NBA, Kevin Durant is known for having burner accounts because he loves to. He can't take criticism, so he has burner accounts, and he goes after sports analysts. He goes after Stephen A. Smith and all these guys. Could you imagine if it was a guy we've given the business on the show, a real player, and they're giving us the business with burner accounts? That would be glorious. Tom Curran, we know it's you.
At least I got some answers, Gabe. At least I got some answers. All right. This is making me feel better. All right. Oh, is that a drop right there? This gives me some answers. We're afraid of being Campbelled. Okay, that makes sense. Gabe's a CSK fan. He's very fragile. That makes sense. All right. There's more. I love how they responded so quickly. Sorry, Nick. Gabe only commented a few minutes later after I posted my comment. My bad. I appreciate that, Sup. I appreciate that. And it takes a big man to admit that. But here's my question. Once you heard Gabe say it, why didn't you comment then? Huh? Why didn't you comment? You didn't want to get Campbelled. But I appreciate you being a big man. Swap nil. Gabe is wrong about something every game. It's more odd for you, Nick. Appreciate that. At least I'm getting some answers. Nick, you are the more responsible one. Oh, I'm the more responsible one. Oh, at least I got some answers. Okay.
I agree with that too.
And just so you know, Sanjay, you're not the only one. You're a big fan of Gabe. We all know Gabe is the man. They're afraid of your rants.
Here's what's
Gabe's too charming, so we let him go.
Here's what's funny, Nick. I got exposed, right? Somebody in that second video, they were like, Nick finally called out Gabe. Nick finally called out Gabe. And I was like, listen, this is, and for any of you guys that have taken debate, okay, part of debate, one of the things you do is you dominate the conversation. Because if the other person can't get the argument out, even if their argument is right, they're not going to win. Okay, Donald Trump, and we don't talk politics in this channel, but if you had saw the first debate, what do? Not let the other guy talk. Okay, the other guy can't be right if you don't let him talk. So Nick called me on it in the channel or whatnot, and he tries to get his point out, but he was trying to really think. And you guys were like, "Oh, Gabe," they started doing the comparison between the minutes or whatever. But yes, in debate, the rule is don't let the other guy talk, because if you dominate the majority of the time, all people remember is your point. The other guy never even got their point across because they never heard it. You know what I'm saying? So Nick was right when he called me out. I love it, man. I love it.
I had to leave because my internet was glitching. Let me answer this question. I appreciate this question. Nick, your hometown doesn't have NBA team, and you went with Lakers. Why not Timberwolves or Knicks? Why, Nick? Why? All right. Let me answer this question. I grew up an hour away from LA and an hour away from San Diego. I was born in San Diego, hometown team, but I moved at the age of 6, an hour away to both teams. There isn't a San Diego basketball team. What's the closest team geographically? The Lakers. Now, of course, there's the Clippers, but as a kid, I didn't know about the Clippers because the Clippers are garbage. No one knows about the Clippers. No one cares about the Clippers. Why would I do that to myself? LA is still a hometown team because there is not a San Diego team. Now, technically, I found this out about, 15 years ago? The Clippers originally were in San Diego. So that would have made sense. For the first 2 years they were in San Diego, I didn't know that. Lakers, come on. How can you not grow up as a kid watching Shaq and then watch a young Kobe, and then you see whoever the Clippers have and be like, yeah, I'm going to choose Kobe and Shaq. Come on.
And in New York, if you're not a Knicks fan, you get beat up in school. So that's the bottom line. That's why in the Bronx, where I grew up, you don't got a choice. You're a Knicks fan, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I suffer. And I will just one more comment. Somebody said, Gabe, it's okay. It's over. You can jump on RCB or Mumbai bandwagon. Guys, it ain't happening, man. I'm loyal to this. Once I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm a rock with you. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nick knows me enough to know I'm not going anywhere. Listen, I may have the mistress, but she's a mistress for a reason, because the wife ain't going anywhere. The wife ain't going anywhere. So that's why I'm rocking it today, even though they're not playing, just to let you guys know I'm still CSK all the way, even if next season is painful.
If you understand that, why was it at least half a dozen times you asked me in the CPL season, hey, Nick, are you sure you don't want to change now? Are you sure you don't want to switch now? If you understand how it is, how dare you ask me that question?
I was trolling you.
Because I'm the same way. Yeah, exactly. At least you can admit that.
You.
16 for nil.
Who do you support in this match? I want to hear your answer first, Nick.
16 for nil. What's up?
Who do you support in this match?
DC, of course. Oh, I don't know. Because I assumed you were going to go Kings for 11. But maybe DC. I'll go for Kings 11. I actually think Kings 11. That was a question I asked in the description box. That's a question I asked at the very beginning of the stream. Can Kings 11 continue to move forward? They had a very, very tough match versus Mumbai, but they were able to pull out that win. Now they have DC. Okay. As a Mumbai fan, I'm a Mumbai fan. I want Mumbai to win all the way, no matter what. I'm still nervous about DC, right? I still think they are a super, super strong team. Who are you going for? And I'll go the opposite. I'll give you the choice. I'll be the gentleman and let you choose.
You know what's funny, Nick? Normally we do that. But in this case right here, as far as I want in my heart, I so want Kings 11 to win. I'm supporting Punjab simply because that'll be 3 wins in a row with the universe boss, and it will end the argument he's too old, because they didn't put any respect on his name. You know what I'm saying? And I think KL Rahul, in my opinion, is the best player in the IPL. This year, he's having an amazing season, and I would like to see it continue into the playoffs. Do I think that's what's going to happen? No. The thing is, you should want Kings 11 to win too, because the advantage, if you finish number 1, is basically you get 2 shots at winning a championship, Nick.
1 or 2.
You know what I'm saying? One or two both get to play again?
Because they play, from my understanding, maybe they changed the rules. 1 and 2, they play each other. Whoever wins that game goes right to the final. Whoever loses that game goes to the next round with the team that wins 3 and 4. I could be wrong on that, but I think 1 and 2 both get that advantage.
All right. Well, I mean,
but at the same time, RCB is tied with Mumbai right now for the number 2 spot. Not in the net run rate, but in the wins.
Yeah. So me personally, I want DC to win simply because I want that advantage of being number 1 or 2 and being able to get 2 shots at it. But seriously, it's so tough, guys, because I want the universe boss. I mean, argument is already made. These guys has not won, and we're talking about the Kings 11 have not won 2 in a row all season. All of a sudden, they bring in the universe boss, and they've won 2 in a row. Point proven. With that being said, Nick, I'm surprised. I'd automatically be saying, yes, let's go Kings 11, because I think Mumbai needs that first seed. Because, I mean, think about it.
How can you not like DC, though? I mean, they're supposed to be my team's rival. And maybe I'll start getting the hate about how I'm jumping ship. I'm not. Mumbai all the way. I got the hat right here, okay? How can you not be impressed with the fight from a team that's at the bottom? A team that has had so many letdowns, even though they're scoring 1 million runs. How can you not be impressed? This is a team that beat Mumbai in a double super over. I should hate them, but I am super impressed. You know, we both love Chris Gale. We both love Chris Gale. We have from the very beginning. But DC they're a team that I have a hard time hating as well because DC, they have who I think is the best player in the IPL, Shreyas Iyer, all around. I think he's the best player. They have guys like Rishabh Pant, who's not playing today, but I love Rishabh Pant. I still don't know who I'm rooting for.
You know what's funny? Look at Han. Han says, by the way, Gabe, I told you the Deadskins would your team would beat the Deadskins on Sunday. Did they beat them, or did the Redskins play smart and lose that game so that they could go ahead and get the number 1 pick? My team can't even tank right. The Giants can't even tank right. It's so disgusting.
They're not tanking. Did you see that play? Especially the first half of that game. Daniel Jones, if they're tanking, no one told him about it. Pant is playing today? Sweet. Thank you, guys. I had no idea. I thought he was still injured. Thank you so much for that. So, Gabe, who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting I got to root for DC. I know I want Kings 11 because I really want Chris Gale to win because that'll be 3 in a row with Chris Gale. But ultimately, this would almost lock up first place for DC, which ensures them a spot in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And
thank goodness Hitmeyer's playing today, so I don't have to hear that argument for the millionth time from this guy. No Pat, no Hitmeyer, no chance. Thank goodness I don't got to hear that for the millionth time. Thank goodness they're both playing. Catch that.
That's an out.
Catch that. There you go. Bye, Prithvi. What else is new? All right, guys. I want to get to some of these comments. You should have saw me yesterday, Gabe. I was a comment master. I was getting through all these comments yesterday. Let's see. Nick, that's how cricket should be. I only dislike Australia during the Ashes. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. Yep, Pant and Hetmeyer are hitting today. Let me see here. Wicket alert, and right after that, the out. Very, very nice, guys. Who caught? That was Maxwell that got the catch? I'm not exactly sure. Yep, that was Maxwell that got the catch. Nisham was bowling. No Norkia today? Is that true? What happened to my man Norkia?
I think that they're doing the same thing Mumbai Indians is doing, trying to rest guys, which to me is crazy.
What's up, AJ? What's up, YouTube fan? I don't see the Kevin Costner, but that's a huge compliment. I appreciate that. The Big Show. Yep, Norkia rested today. So, Gabe, I still don't understand. Maybe they were just goofing around, but I saw it a few times. Love Nick's commentary. Was it like, were you doing like a 2-character thing in your R3 wickets for the 90 minutes? Or did you make a reference? This is what Nick would have said, or
probably.
You don't remember?
It was 90 minutes, bro. I could barely remember what I said 10 minutes ago.
Well, that explains a lot because there's some R3 wickets where you're saying the same thing like 10 times. I'm like, does he know he's saying it 10 times? Or has he just forgotten?
Norkia is injured? No, you're lying.
Oh, he did not look right. Okay, he did not look right the last match.
Oh,
giving up
man.
a lot of, and I just say not look right because usually he is shut down. He shuts everyone down. He did not look right. To all the CSK fans, the future is now, old man. There was an interesting comment. Who was it? Dhoni that made it? Or no, maybe it was the coach of the CSK, the Chennai Super Kings, that said that they're in the 3rd year of their 3-year plan and they were hoping it wouldn't be this bad. That they knew that going with age eventually is going to catch up to you.
Oh, so it says here, Han Solo says the Nick commentary is you're dubbing his voice about the Brewers player. So I could not remember Christian Yelich. So I was like, in the video, and I ended up just moving on. And then later on, but I didn't dub Nick. That was my voice that was dubbed over it because I knew Christian Yelich. I just forgot it at that moment. And I found a new tool where if you make a mistake, you could just dub over a voice. That wasn't Nick. Did I sound like Nick there? Christian Yelich. You know what? If I probably did, because it sounded a little boring, right? A little stoic. Christian Yelich.
Wow. Someone is in fine form today. Give the man a day off and he's got a whole bunch of, like my grandparents would say, zingers or whoppers loaded up.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. That is a classic one right there. Only the coolest of the cool know what Bazinga. I'm surprised you know Bazinga. You say you don't like that show that much.
I've watched. I know what it is, though. Come on. Norkia's not injured. Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think Gabe agrees with this one too. Ian, why is Maxwell being played today? I don't understand why he's given so many opportunities.
You know what? I can't. This team, to me, and that's where I crush KL Raul. I don't. Maybe KL Raul. He's the captain, but he's only the captain in title, because I can't believe that these are his decisions. There it goes. Get out. Get out.
I still root for Iyer. I'm going for Kings 11 because you're going for DC, and I still root for Iyer. I love this guy.
I know. They're hard. They're an easy team to like. They're a likable team.
And it's not just that, but they have 0 championships. Now, I'm still going to be ticked if Mumbai does not win the championship. And if it's Mumbai versus DC, that would be a great championship, by the way. Actually, it can't be that. See, hold on. Oh, yeah, it can. My bad. Because either DC and Mumbai play against each other, and let's say DC wins and goes on to the final, Mumbai now has to win an extra game to face them. So let's say it's DC versus Mumbai. I'm still going to be rooting for Mumbai, obviously, but I just like Shreyas Iyer. What can I say?
You know, here's the thing. I can't argue with you with that, Nick, because they're like the Tampa Bay Rays. Even though they're in my division, I'm so glad they beat the Houston Astros. And I told you at the beginning of the season, didn't I, Nick, that they were the best team in my division. They were better than Yankees. I can admit that they're in my division. They're a likable team. But, you know, as I'm looking at this game right here, Maxwell in again. Think about this. Maxwell, they've given him every opportunity to. It took them forever to get Chris Gale in. Are these really KL Rahul's decisions, or maybe his management and the head coach overruling them?
Okay, well, what about this? This is coming from a fantasy perspective, okay? If you have a guy like Maxwell who's done it before several times in his career, and we saw him in the IT20 series where he had one really good game, but the other ones weren't so great.
Right.
If you have Maxwell's pedigree, don't you think eventually he's going to go off, and so you stick with that guy because eventually it's going to pay off? So far, it really hasn't, but don't you think that's got to be one of the parts of the mentality? Like, this is Maxwell. He's got to go off eventually, and we don't want to sit him and miss that classic performance. We're going against DC. We want our best guys. There's a shot right there. We want our best guys available. We're going against the best. Let's just hope for the – maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I mean, I think that's what it is because people go with those instincts and the gut. Here's what I'm saying. Did Dhoni find it at all this year? I mean, he's not the reason CSK won, but did he ever find his form? Sometimes guys just don't, especially in this COVID season.
Matches, yeah, he hasn't been fantastic.
Yeah, especially in this COVID season, Nick. That was my point with Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich won the MVP a year ago, guys. Just a year ago. And this year he batted 200. He was one of the worst players in Major League Baseball, okay? The fact that these athletes aren't used to their same routine, some athletes are okay with that. Some athletes are creatures of habit. They need to that same routine every year, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why Maxwell keeps getting opportunity after opportunity, because at some point, what are we now? This is game 10, right? They're 7-3 or 7-2.
10th match, yep.
10th match. How many are you going to give them? There's only 14 games, guys. How many are you going to give them?
I don't know, my friends. Good questions. The toss was won today by Delhi Capitals, and they chose to bet. You know, Dewan, they just showed an edge right there where it missed the stumps by a little bit. Is that a catch? Nope. This guy, he all of a sudden is allergic to wickets. Like, he cannot get out. This guy cannot get out.
Did you give him your phone number? And I mean, are you secretly, working with the Juan? Because when Nick's on, that's where he got his nickname, the Wicket Keeper, from the very first West Indies versus England. Me and Nick were streaming, so those were 3 a.m. and you guys got to understand, a lot of those games were rained out, delayed. So Nick had the unfortunate luck of not catching a wicket. He just, for whatever reason, he'd be on the stream for 2 hours, wouldn't catch a wicket. It took him to like maybe the third day of the match to actually see a live wicket. So we started calling him the Wicket Keeper because wickets don't fall when Nick is watching. Nick, are you working with Dewan secretly? Did he IG you or?
The crazy thing is I haven't really even talked any trash about Dewan. Oh, man, that should have been a wide, and he hits it for a 4. My gosh, this guy. Again, Shammy, too. I haven't even talked trash about him, and he's doing amazingly. So, holy cow. Let's see. Rashab says Maxwell is the most glorified tail ender in the history of the game. Second best is Pont. Another interesting comment. No, sorry, AJ. This is an interesting comment too, but I hope you know how 2 teams are selected for final from top 4. 3 matches get played. Top 2 select for the final. Yes, sir. Let's see. Where was that comment at? Here we go. I don't think Cumbly is a hitter type coach. He's pretty chill, and Raul and Cumbly both are from Karnataka. I don't think they would take an issue between them. Maxwell's a match winner. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's just the attitude of the coaches of the team. Who knows?
I can see that. I can see that because some coaches have a philosophy, and if players don't fit that philosophy, then they won't play them. It's just that simple. And you know, I'll give you an example. Bill Belichick has turned down talented players in New England because they don't fit the mold of what he wants his players to be, which is selfless and interchangeable. All right. Did you realize this, Nick? I didn't realize this. If you are on defense for the Patriots, you have to play special teams. That's unheard of. Like, special teams is something that no football player wants to do. You know what I mean? Whether you're a defender or an offense player. And Bill Belichick's rule, if you don't play special teams for me, then you don't play on my defense. That's simple. That's crazy. You got some really big, high-profile defensive players, you know, and normally we're talking about corners and safeties, but that's just how it is, man. And his philosophy has got him more championship appearances than pretty much any other coach in NFL history. So maybe he's right.
Sorry about the AJ. You said I don't think Cumbly is a Hitler type coach. I got you. Hitler, not a hitter. My bad. Reading issues there. Let's see. There was another. Here we go. From Dr. Vi. Dhoni said, I didn't see any spark in the younger players. That's why he didn't play them. Did you guys see any spark in old men like Kedar Jadhav and Piyush Chawla, or am I missing something here? You're not missing something there, my friend. You're not missing something.
Again, maybe Dhoni is that kind of player like Bill Belichick, where he's got a certain
Jeez. He played that bouncer perfectly. That was coming up.
I was gonna hit him in the face. Neck. Wow, what a shot.
This guy is in the zone right now. Why did I not pick him up on my fantasy squad?
Now, my question is, and thank you, Dr. Vi, for that comment. Do you guys think I'm right when I say that it's over for CSK, so they need to start playing those young guys to figure out who's going to play, especially a young batsman? There's got to be a young Indian batsman there that he's got to give a shot to. He has to, because there is no there's no draft. And somebody please explain to me something I missed yesterday when I was doing my CSK eulogy. Okay. Why is it that they never replaced the 2 players that they lost? They never replaced Harbhajan Singh and they never replaced Raina. Why? Super chat
here. Our man Jahan, what's up? I said in super chat on Saturday, don't worry, Gabe, they'll find a unicat to bowl the last over. I wasn't wrong. I thought Jadeja did the job fantastically. Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yes, he did. And Jadeja only got 1 over the last match. He only gave up like 7 or 9 runs, so it wasn't horrible for him.
Bro, Udicat, my gosh, listen. Oh, Udicat. Yeah, I remember you trolling me on Saturday, man. And you were right. CSK found a way to mess it up. Man. It was you can't call it out.
Man, this power play has been expensive. This is why DC is so tough. This power play has been super expensive. They're already past 50, and it's not. There's still 2 more balls left. Arshdeep, 7 so far in this over. It's 51 for 1. Everybody, 5th ball of the 6th over. Dewan is at strike, and this guy is just a monster. He's seen the ball so well. They look like grapefruits to this guy. That was a full toss. close to his knee, and he just hit it for an easy single. Rashad Pont at 4. Hitmeyer at 5. Stoinis at 6. Of course, today I start Stoinis once again after the fast. They put him at 6. Of course. And of course, I start Stoinis after the fast. They can't get one wicket in the power play. Of course.
After the fast? You were fasting from it?
After the fast.
This guy is he's on fire, guys.
Look at that. They just took that single like it was no problem. Man,
mother of all pronunciations. Unidi cat. Guys, if you I called Sirius Iyer serious liar. Trust me, if you're gonna kill me for a pronunciation, it better not be that. It better not be that.
And the funny thing is, he wasn't even trying to be funny. you guys, I got to make a compilation of the best Gabes and the best Nicks or something like that. I've got to, because I mean he's looking at, he's like serious liar. I never forget that, because I was actually like, that night I was resting in a bath. That's right, my manly self. I was resting in a bath, relaxing, listening to Gabe talk about the Delhi Capitals. And when he said Sirius, I thought he was going to give like a Harry Potter reference, Sirius Black. No, that's what he thought the name was. I love it.
Oh man, you know what? I can't even but I got called out and I got ripped on it, but that's what I should be ripped for. Thank you. Oh,
what a great comment from AJ. Gabe, read this one. This is a great one. Well, out loud, if you don't mind, my young friend.
Why is he going against policy? It says right here, AJ. Yeah, Gabe. Yeah, guys. If you remember the MS Dhoni movie, Dhoni actually removed the senior players when he was given the reins. Now, why is he going against his policy of having young players in the team? Guys, again, I think that and correct me if I'm wrong. Was I not also critical of Dhoni's captaincy? Did I not make that explicitly?
I don't think that's in question, though. This is a great comment, and let me give my answer first, and it's going to tick off a lot of people. What else is new? All right, let me give you some truth here. I'm not saying in this comment that Dhoni is malicious, that Dhoni is evil, or anything like that. I have a lot of respect for Dhoni, 100%. I'm not trying to crush him because the team's not performing. But in both instances, earlier on, Dhoni was a younger player, and now Dhoni's an older player. Right? Maybe these are the guys that he's just gone to war with for so many years. Then now that he has that emotional attachment, and earlier on he didn't have that emotional attachment, and he was just trying to do what's best for India. It's a very interesting point, though.
Well, and I'll say something different, but similar to what you're saying. Here's the difference, guys. When Dhoni came in, right, he had not emotional attachments, but he had no salt. He was a young player himself, right? He had no salt in the game. Now, this is the team he put together, so he's got some skin in the game, so to speak. Also, think about this, guys. Why is Jason Holder from my West Indies being criticized, which I criticize himself? Because he's got guys on the team like Hope, who's his best friend, Shy Hope, where a lot of people think he should be dropped, right? And they're saying he's got a personal relationship with Hope, so it's too hard for him to drop him. It would be hard for me to drop my best friend. I'm sure it would be. It'd be hard for Nick, maybe not year 1, 2, or 3 as a grade level chair, to say, hey, Gabe's not cutting it in 4th grade, but now, year 7, whatever, it's got to be hard. Look at the smile on his face. And he'll say, yeah, he's not cutting it. He's got to go. So, I think it's a part of life, and I think Dhoni's experiencing that right now, because there is no way that you can tell me that he come on, let's just be real, guys. Let's just be real.
Amazing side by side they're showing right now with the Iyer 6 and the Shaw dismissal. I think one's from Nisha, one's from Maxwell. I'm they're both from Maxwell. What an amazing side by side where they showed the footwork where Ayer's got his front foot and he hits that for his 6. Shaw has his feet back a little bit away from the stumps and he gets a dismissal. That was an awesome side by side, by the way. But yeah, I mean, no, Gabe, you're good. You've said some truth about Dhoni in the past, but it's an interesting point. Look at Dewan, 35 off 20 balls. Shreyas Iyer, he's still getting his feet wet, 9 off 5 balls. They're running between the stumps very wisely. I would have gone for a 2 on that one. Just as I say, they're running between the stumps very wisely. The run rate is almost 9 right now. They played the power play almost as perfectly as you want, besides that one wicket. You got Ashwin in here. Gabe, who you got for your fantasy squad today? Who'd you pick up? I made 3 pickups today. I'm not sure why I did that on a non-weekend day.
My team, I keep all my Delhi Capitals, so I've got Stoinis. I picked up Dewan after his 100-run performance last time, and I did the research myself. Like, this guy literally, the last 4 games is averaging a 50. It's ridiculous. So I picked him up.
Oh, I hate you.
I got Dewan. I got a Sirius Iyer. Sirius Iyer.
What's up, Asjad?
You know what I didn't do, because I've been waking up a little late and I'm doing it my pickups the day before. I still haven't picked up Chris Gale because I'm not confident they're going to keep him in the lineup. I'm not confident to see him there until he's actually announced, and I wanted to pick him up. So, but yeah, let me see. I read you my squad right now. I got like 7 dudes go. I got KL Raul, Iyer, Agarwal, Dewan, Stoinis, Bishnoi, Rabada.
I have those same guys besides Dewan. I hate you so much. Those same exact guys. Who's your captain and vice captain?
Captain.
Let me guess. Rabada, vice captain.
I got KL Raul as my captain and Dewan is my vice captain.
Ooh, you didn't go with Rabada as your vice captain like you always do?
I did not.
I got KL Raul as my captain and Stoinis. I was looking for something different as a vice. He might even get in this match. Oh, I hate myself.
Hey guys, we're not even pretending that we're gonna get into the top, even top 10 in our own fantasy league. But Nick and I have our own personal bet. Nick and I really don't gamble. Nick for religious reasons, me just because I'm a loser. Okay, just being honest. And but we got a bet, right? So the winner, we're gonna go out to have dinner, and we've been trying since the shutdown or whatever to go be able to go out to dinner. Finally, most of the restaurants in Las Vegas are open, and we're gonna go eat at an Indian restaurant, and we're playing credit card roulette. So whoever loses basically has to pay the bill. And guys, Nick definitely doesn't want. Oh man, he's sweating it already. He's like, oh gosh, I can eat. I can eat. So yeah.
That's funny that you and I would both take Bishnoi. I took him because I like him, but also because he was cheap.
I took him because he's cheap and because your boy Rashid Pant, who I love, has been dismissed this year, and 3 times, I think, or 4 times it's been against spinners. So I know he's going to get dismissed. He's going to give up his wicket at some point. He always does. Let me give you 30 runs. Oh, all right, I did my job, boys. Did my job. Let me give up my wicket. Come on, that's Rashid Pant for you, all right, guys? So I would be shocked. That would be one of the most shocking things this year if I saw Rashid Pant make it all the way to the end. It just it wouldn't happen. Super chat. Yeah. I'm trying to pull it up. My computer's acting funny today. Try that again. Can you see it now, Nick?
Coming up. Yeah, it was coming up. Let me go find it. Here we go. From Kamlesh, CSK need Brad Pitt person like he did Moneyball. Yes. Funny story. I actually watched Moneyball again for the millionth time last night while I was getting some work done. Love that movie. Brad Pitt. I mean, it kills me every time when he doesn't take that huge offer from the Red Sox, because the Red Sox win it the next year.
Very next year.
But it's true symmetry for the entire story, where he was not going to make that decision again when he was younger to go for the money, as opposed to what he should have done, gone to school and perfected his craft a little more, and then went to the draft. So I love that. But man, the Red Sox, they win it the very next year. Billy B would have gone down as the biggest genius of all time in baseball, even more than he is now. Gabe, have you heard that? First of all, I keep hearing these articles that he's out of baseball now. He's not coming back with the A's, and that he has some kind of side business that's made like multi-million dollars. Do you know anything about this? Because I don't know much about it.
Yeah, bro. Billy Beane is a millionaire, bro. I mean, and it's crazy. The A's offered him, which is unheard of, Nick. When have you ever heard this? They offered him, because again, this is the 7th year in a row that the Oakland A's, with a payroll under $100 million, have gone to the playoffs, and they offered him ownership, bro, and he just turned it down. He said, I've done what I can, and I love Oakland, but it's time to move on. And guys, you know why I love Billy Bean's story so much? And I use this to tell my kids, sometimes in life, you succeed because you failed. He was the number 1 overall pick. This guy was a touted player.
By which team?
I'm sorry?
Which team took him?
The Mets. The Mets. Oh, the Mets. The Mets still Billy Bean. You know what? The Mets are cursed. But anyways, he was the number 1 overall pick, and he was the biggest bust in history. And he could have sulked about it, but Oakland, he ended up playing with Oakland. And then after they finished saying, Billy, you're done, he started in the minor leagues as like scout and analyst. And then he kept moving up and became eventually the general manager. And he started building his team. And he used his own failure to find flaws in players, and his own failure to really be able to coach. There's a beautiful line there between him and David Justice, when David Justice says, I've never heard a GM talk like that. He says, because you never heard a GM that was a player. You know what I'm saying? And look at this. Now he's going to walk away from baseball as one of the most successful general managers to Act 3, where he's got his personal business. This guy succeeded in life because he was the biggest failure as the number 1 overall draft pick that busted. I love his story.
These guys, Dewan and Iyer, especially Dewan, have mastered the ability to hit that wide for a boundary today. And they keep throwing it wide. Maybe they're not trying to, but they keep missing their spots because it keeps going right. And he's pretty close to the stumps. But this is like the 4th boundary where it should have been a wide, and he just taps it over there beside him where there's nobody at. Stop throwing in that ball, please.
So Gabe is hoping that Campbell becomes the New York Knicks vice president. You know what? Why not? He can't hurt. Our current ownership is inept. They don't realize they've got 30 guys that do the same thing, swing and miss. Okay, sure. Why not? And at least if he's managing the New York Yankees, you know what he's not doing? He's not killing the West Indies. He's not. So why not? Gabar is back. Ooh, Gabe, why do you like bowlers a lot? Why no bowlers as captains and vice captains in your fantasy squad? Batsmen. What? Ian, I'm the first dude that said I usually have Rabada as a vice captain on my team. I love bowlers. I just looked at this matchup and said I want the 2 hitters. KL Rahul leads the league in the orange cap. And Dewan, how do I not, after his last performances, the guy's averaging at 50, why would I not use him as a vice captain? But I always have
4th on the way to his on his way to his 4th 50 straight. Unbelievable. There you go. Jeez, this guy knows how. Oh my gosh,
that's 49 because that was
in the zone. If he keeps batting this way in the next 4 matches, you think he has a chance to slide in there as MVP of the entire league?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because you can't give MVP to a guy on a losing team. That's always been an argument. You're the most valuable player if you are contributed to winning, right? And I think he does. What do you guys?
What's crazy is I just checked it right now. He's now officially 2nd in all of IPL in runs. He's behind by 125 from KL Rahul because KL Rahul's a monster. There's his 50 right there. Man.
Think about that. KL Rahul and Agarwal were 1 and 2 for the longest time. And this guy in the span of 5 games has caught up and gotten all the way to 2nd. That's insane.
50 on 28. You know I love that. Oh, I don't love that.
Oh, Soraya Sire, no.
At least I didn't make him my captain or vice captain. There you go, Kings 11. I forget I'm still rooting for you today. There you go, Ashwin. Big old wicket.
Here's the problem.
Is Unicat. Nice.
Here's the problem. If that was CSK, I'd be crying right now. It's over. Even if it was KKR, Oh my gosh, you've lost 2 wickets already. Don't matter. Don't matter. You know why? Guess who's coming up, Nick? Next, Nick.
Pont. Yes.
Pont. And you know who's after Pont? Hitmeyer. You know who's after Hitmeyer?
Yeah, you did your 2 arguments right there. I can't wait to see them both go down for like 10 runs combined.
What other team is that deep that can go 7 deep and you're not worried because any of these guys could go off?
I don't think Hitmeyer can go off whenever he wants. I know you love him a whole lot. Pant's very, very dangerous. Stoinis very, very dangerous. Stoinis sometimes has those goof ups, but yes, you're right. They definitely have the potential 100%. Yeah, that was a great take by KL. This guy, he had an amazing save on something that would have it was a wide ball, but would have gone for a bye. Amazing save on that. He is a great wicket. I mean, this is the thing. He's a great wicket keeper. He's a great batsman. And his team was suffering so much earlier on in the season for most of the season. It's crazy. They say Butler may have gotten 650s in a row as a record. I'm not sure. That would be crazy. Dr. Vi says, you got to stop making the Reina excuse. Reina is old and retired too. What if he's out of form as well, like last season? Mumbai missing Malinga too. Malinga. Can you imagine if they had Malinga? Now, this is my only argument for that, and I'm a Mumbai fan. But you know how I am. I like to go against the grain. If they have Malinga, they don't have Pattinson, and Pattinson's been huge for them this year, right? Malinga is the most wickets taken of all time in the IPL. You got to have Sling and Malinga. But then they wouldn't have had Pattinson, or maybe they would, but they wouldn't have started him. But could you imagine, in hindsight, Malinga, Pattinson, Bolt?
Come on. I said, were you live when I said that, Nick? That I hate the fact that I got to admit Mumbai is probably the best team in the league? Or was that when I was with Cricket for Us, Rashad?
You would never say that in my presence.
Well, in your presence, I'm saying it. Doesn't matter who they throw out, they all produce. Yes, they're missing Malinga, and it's nothing.
Oh.
Pollard doesn't even play at times. Multiple games, they don't even need him. They're so deep, it drives me crazy. I hate how deep this team is. Let
me ask you this, Gabe. Because if you look at DC and Mumbai, very, very similar, right? They have the captains that bat early. Sharma is an opener, and Iyer is number 3. They have guys like Dewan and DeCock that are very similar. They can get you quick 50s. They have guys that can go out early, like a Prithvi Shaw or a Sean Kishan. But then they also have Stoinis at 6, and they have Pollard at 5 or 6. Isn't that crazy how similar they are? Pollard, I would take over Stoinis any day, but they both are super dangerous guys that bat later on in the lineup.
That's called good management, my friend. Good management, good ownership. They put a good team together. And here's another thing. Axar Patel. You could go 7 deep in this order. Axar Patel can also rake. And guess what? Mumbai Indians can go 7 deep as well. Like, they're just the 2 deepest teams, guys. They just star.
Yeah, I hear you guys about the Reina thing. Trust me. I've heard Gabe say it a million times while we're recording. But, I mean, this is the thing. When Gabe has an excuse and you can't prove against it this year, he's going to use it a million times.
So it says here, Reina last was good in IPL in 2017. Stop crying, Gabe. Ooh, crying Jordan face. Hey, all I'm saying is they lost 2 players that they were counting on literally within a week of this league starting, and they didn't even bother replacing them. So, I mean, something's going on over there, guys. Something. Yeah, thank you, Cricket for Us. I love Cricket for Us. Even on the worst day, they still have to go to 2 super overs to lose. They refuse to lose Mumbai Indians. I'm like, are you serious? They should have lost this game 18 times. And they made it to 2 super overs. That's what it takes.
I'm just hoping as a Mumbai fan that in the playoffs, there's no super over. Because guess what? They've gone to 2 and they've lost both times. Okay. And I'm not talking about 2 in the same match. 2 different matches went to at least 1 super over and they lost both times. Don't think the decision oh man.
The wides, Nick is right. That's got to be the 8th wide they've hit for a boundary. That's a skill. I love it.
There's no way that is a strategy. It's got to be him missing the mark. There's no way that's a strategy where I'm going to throw it wide right now. There's no way. Now, that's pretty close to the stumps. That is pretty close to the stumps. And he's right in front of the stumps. So, okay, maybe that's not a true wide in every sense of the word. And he's right there saying that it should have gone a little closer. But there's another one. I don't know. Maybe he's just so dangerous throwing it in front of him. I have no idea.
Not a wide. I think cricket for us, and I trust his judgment. He knows a lot of cricket. He said they're missing their mark. So they must be just missing their mark. Try to cramp batsman's room. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's the situation in baseball, too. When a guy's crowding the plate, you want to throw it as inside and high and tight as much as you can to make them feel uncomfortable so they're not crowding the plate like that. Maybe it's a similar strategy in cricket. Maxwell's given up 22 runs in 2 overs. That's not what you want to see. I mean, it could be worse, but it's not what you want to see.
Minutium, thank you. It says, Gabe, I have felt that you overestimate Reina, obviously, because you've never seen him play. I just look at stats. I've never actually seen him play, so obviously I don't know. Okay, I keep everybody crush me. Oh, Satner's not that good. He's ranked number 6, not first. If you look at the website, guys, it says he's the number 1 T20 cricket bowler in the world. That's what it said. That's all I can go off of. But yes, sometimes numbers can be deceiving, and you got to watch somebody play. Again, Dewan's last 100, very impressive, right? But there were 3 drops. You know what I'm saying? So you got to actually look at the games. Same thing with who got beat up from Mumbai, guys, that I even for the first time was defending Mumbai, the bowler who they missed the umpires absolutely killed him on that missed wicket.
Bolt,
yes. Bolt. He didn't deserve that 44 runs. All right. How many? There were 2 misfields, there were a drop, and they missed the wicket.
And he gave up 11 in the super over too, though. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
I love Trent Bolt. He has been our guy. Him and Boomer have been our guy all season. But look at this guy. This guy comes in for 1 ball and he gives up a 4 already.
Right on cue. Pant up there, Bishnoi. Wicket alert. Pant goes down to spinners. I don't know why. That's the only reason I took Bishnoi today. Let's see if I'm right.
Well, he's already given up a boundary in 1 ball. Jeez Louise. There you go. There's a dot.
I don't care if he gives up 10 this run, this over. Get me a wicket. Yum. Delicioso.
Pant
Did you guys like my...
Okay, so here's a question I have for everyone, and this is an honest question right here. Jason Holder is on the Sunrisers squad, I'm pretty sure. He's the captain of the CPL squad, and I get CPL and IPL are different. He's the captain of their squad. He's the captain of the Test squad. I know Test is a different format. Why can he not even sniff a start?
I can't answer that question.
He looks so out of form in the CPL, and they're just like, no, we don't need any of that.
I can't answer that question. That's a good question, because Sunrisers could use him. They absolutely could use him. That's a good question, bro. Oh, Bishnoi.
Bay says that he just can't perform consistently. He's the captain of a squad in the CPL.
Do you guys get my yum delicioso a reference? Anyone? I even put the backpack for you guys. Backpack. Dun, 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 backpack.
Oh, Dora?
Yeah, Dora the Explorer. The backpack. It goes yum delicioso because it eats everything. So when you're a wicket taker, when you're a scout taker, you want another one. Thank you, man. May I have another? That's where I get the yum delicioso from.
He says, Captain, so what? Wow. You got to explain more than that, my friend. I thought Captain was a big deal. They must be handing out captaincies like it's no big deal. Does anybody want this? Come on, someone ordered number 2. Does anybody want number 2? Nobody wants it? All right, Holder, you get it. Is that how it is? Wow.
Bishnoi, 7. So great economy right there. But you could even tell, how often does Pant play for singles, Nick? Look how cautious Pant was. Maybe somebody told him in his little hiatus for injury, Hey, bro, do you notice that you've been dismissed 4 times this year by spinners?
Even him being cautious right there, you notice when he stopped running, he didn't even stop at the crease yet. He stopped in front of the crease without his bat covering the crease because I know the ball wasn't going there, but he's just so reckless.
Yeah. I love this guy. Is he the most nerve-wracking player to watch? He must be, bro.
It's like, okay, this is it. It's like your kid, right? Your kid is just a bruiser out in the playground. But you don't want to be that helicopter parent, and you don't want to give your kid no confidence. So you're just sitting there hoping, like, please don't hit someone, please don't hit someone, please don't hit someone. And he's just out there like, please don't hit someone, please.
Oh my gosh.
That's Pant right there.
But Rashid Pant is like a big kid, you know what I mean? And he's so fun. I mean, I was cracking up.
This is amazing. It's got to be the same person. Swapnil, we appreciate if you're double viewing for us right now. Got to be the same person because 2 comments exactly the same by different names. It's got to be the same person. Who would you remove in SRH? Bairstow, Warner, Williamson, Rashid? Got it. Sold. Understood.
Ooh. Yep, there I go. Guys, I keep forgetting that rule, the international player thing. I keep forgetting that rule. That's what burned me with CSK. And obviously CSK forgot that rule too because they got a whole bunch of international players. Oh, another one? Yeah, let's go ahead and spend some money on them. No problem. Absolutely. Let's get all the guys we can't play.
Oh, look at my man, Savog. Dante says, I was wrong. Butler in 2018 and Verinder Sehwag in 2012 draw for a record of most 50s in a row, 5. So Dewan needs 2 more to break his record next match. That would be fantastico.
Look at that, Nick.
Look at this guy.
Would you have said he would be up at 417?
Nope.
That's insane.
Now, I will say, to give us like 5% credit, we always said the knock on him was he got out too early, but he scored runs before he went out, just like Pont. He's doing a much better impression of Pont than Pont can do. Foff. Look at Foff. He's had some bad performances, and he's still up there.
Okay, you know what? At the end of the year, we got to do a compilation, and we might need to just do this one for our how's the one where we could put the videos that we won't get copyrighted?
The no video reactions?
Yeah, the no video react. No, but we want people to see it. The
Patreon?
For our Patreon, right? And our favorite shots of the year, that we can actually have some footage there, and our least favorite shots of the year. And guess what? I think Pont might make the list for both. My least favorite shot of the year was this try to scoop shot over his head. And I'm like, why? I don't understand. That was probably the dumbest shot of the year.
Another bad shot was Dinesh Karthik's reverse sweep fail when he got that wicket.
That's another one. I mean,
now you didn't. I don't think you mentioned this on the stream, and how dare you? I picked up Karthik in Dream 11 over the weekend, and my boy got me 29 without being out. That's right. Give me some credit. I went against the grain and picked up Karthik.
I like that. I like it a lot. I said I want him to succeed right now more than any other player because he's done something in professional sports I've never seen. And they said, oh, well, somebody did it before. I can't remember who they said. It was Ricky Ponting or somebody like that. Yeah. But what American player would ever literally bench himself, or not bench himself, but drop himself in the order and give up?
I think some players would, and we have to look it up. We have to look it up to see if some players have done this or that. I get your point, and I agree with you. It doesn't happen too often. I don't think it's an American thing. I think it's in mankind. It doesn't happen too often, right? Because look at Ricky Ponting. He's from Australia. Maybe the bigger question is, what sport would you have that in? What other sport would that happen? Probably not too many. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Dewan.
What did Bishno ever do to you, Dewan? Come on, man. This guy is just in the zone. It is unbelievable. Kabar. Bro, do they call him Kabar because of Cholet? Because the villain in Cholet?
games from the table now. Who do you think will qualify top 4? Wow. I'll let Nick answer first because I'm still gonna be probably a little in my heart. Okay, I'll do it. I want Kings to get
You couldn't let me go first.
because that's the mistress, right? I want the Knight Riders to get in. I don't think they will. I just don't think they will. Looking at their play, you know, the Andre Russell has not looked good all year. He just got hurt. If I had to say who's going to be the top 4, it's probably going to be DC, Mumbai Indians. Oh, I hate it. I want to. Oh my gosh, RCB. It's got to be the Sunrisers, right? They're gonna have that 4th spot. I think it's the Sunrisers. I mean, think about it. It's either the Sunrisers. I don't think that Kings 11 has enough. We know CSK is done. I mean, I even want to say, what's it? The Royals, the Rajasthan Royals, they'll get their stuff together because they're super deep and super talented. But I just don't think that the way that the Knight Riders have faltered and they've got the Andre Russell not playing well and the injury, I don't think they have enough. And that's my mistress. That means I will both have the wife and mistress both out. Ugh. What do you think, Nick?
Another strategic timeout, 103 off 2, 13th over. So, if you look at the points table, the Knight Riders have 10. SRH, Kings 11, CSK, they all have 6. Kings 11 is playing today. SRH is playing, I think, tomorrow against the Knight Riders, I believe. I could be wrong. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the Royals do what they had to do. They got their win in their 10th match. But SRH and Kings 11 could potentially tie them up. Knight Riders are holding that very, very important extra win in their spot. And they could win again. I don't think the Royals are going to be able to do it. They have not shown me enough that you can trust them for a long haul. Sunrisers, it's just not their year this year. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think CSK is going to do it. So my prediction is I have 2 of them. One's boring. The top 4 we have right now are going to be the top 4 in the playoffs. The Knight Riders have that very, very impressive extra 2 points. Not impressive, but that lucky extra 2 points. If any team steps up, I could actually see the Kings 11 stepping up. Why? Because they have the firepower and they have good enough bowling. They have to win this game. And right now, DC's doing nothing right now to where they're going to lose this game. Kings 11 have got to put off an amazing performance. They've got to do an amazing, because you already gave up 50 in the power play. You can't give up 50 in the power play and 50 or 60 in the death and expect to win. You can't do that. So they've got to have an impressive last 7 overs in bowling, and they've got to hit very, very well. They've got to be firing. They need this win. If they get this win, I think they have a chance to sneak in there. And could you imagine that? Because once you get to the playoffs, it's, you win and you keep moving on. That's all you have to do. It doesn't matter how many losses you had this season. You win and you keep going on. Now, their net run rate, let me look at that real quick. Their net run rate, Kings 11, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, actually. Sunrisers have the best net run rate, are the ones chasing, but Kings 11 is second with the best net run. I think they have a chance, but I think the Knight Riders will pull it off.
Here's my problem with my Knight Riders, because I've been looking ahead at the schedule, and I've looked at the entire schedule, Nick. 3 out of their last 4 games, they've got to play next RCB. That's a tough one. They got to play RCB. I think RCB wins that game. Then they have to play Delhi Capitals. Are they going to beat the Delhi Capitals? That's 2 losses in a row I already see. And then the next game after that, they play Kings Punjab, who I think have been much improved since they've gotten Chris Gale. So those are 3 tough games for them. The last game of the season is relatively easy because they play not easy, they play the Royals. But again, it could come down to that where the Royals, imagine if it's that last game of the season and it comes down to whoever wins that game, the Royals versus the Knight Riders. Who do you take in a vacuum in that game? Royal versus Knight Riders. Forget about the whole season. Looking at the rosters, who do you take?
Knight Riders.
Okay, wow, okay.
The Royals. I mean, come on. I don't trust him.
I agree. You don't trust them, but I just think that their roster is better.
This is what I'm hoping doesn't happen. If the Kings 11 get in and the top two teams don't budge, that means RCB has got to play Kings 11 in the first round. And RCB has already lost twice to Kings 11. That's what I hope would not happen.
Can I change my pick for today, please? Oh, please, DC Capitals lose today. That way Kings get in and take out. Oh, please let them take RCB out. Oh, damn.
Oh, Nick, that would be horrible.
A great question.
Juwan was 67.
Just a question. If you're an international player, would you be happy taking big money and staying on the bench, or would you get frustrated if you are not picked within 4 international players? Oh, Pant.
Catch it.
There he goes.
Did he get his 30 game? Did he get his 30?
He did not.
Did he get 20?
20. Not even 20. Usually he gets 20 and 30. He got dismissed.
Going back in time where Gabe says he guaranteed 30. You think he's going to go down for a 14, cousin? You think he's going to go down for a 14, cousin? He went down for a 14. That's just justification. That's justice for Nick's Arthur wickets weeks back. Thank you very much.
I mean, just so you know that your argument, none of the guys you picked even got 14. None of the replacements got 14. It was 7 and 8.
Yeah, they did. Look it up. We looked that up. The replacement got 14, and the other one got like 9 or 11 or something like that. And you said you think Pant's going down for 14? Thank you.
Let's go at the combination. Let's see what the combination of Pont and Hitmeyer do today compared to the other two guys.
No. You said Pont always gets 30. He's going down for 14. I don't think so.
Not always, but he averages. He does. He averages 25 runs.
That's literally what you said. You're going against yourself right now.
Averages.
Stoinis jumps Hitmeyer. There we go. My vice captain's
Stoinis right now.
Because Hitmeyer is not this Dewan 2.0 like you think he is.
Does this make sense? Wouldn't you want Stoinis to?
You're close to death right now.
Huh?
You're close to death right now. Come on. That's an international question. Athletes are athletes. There are some that are in it just for the money. Most of them are in for competition. They want to play. They just like, I mean, look at Universal Boss. This guy's been playing forever. He was ticked that he was sitting on the bench. He was even ticked that Mayank asked him the question in the Super Over, who's going to start, me or you? He was ticked about that. He said, how dare he say that Universal Boss is going to go first? I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. International players, they want to play. They want to show what they got. They want to be able to continue their ability, show you got to have me next season. But having that money doesn't hurt if you don't get to play. Right?
Here it goes. Left-right combo. Okay, I didn't think about that. Left-right combo, right? Stoinis is a righty.
I'm not jumping on Pont, guys. You weren't listening to my comment whatsoever. I'm not jumping on Pont. I'm jumping on Gabe. I'm jumping on this guy right here. Has nothing. I love Rashad Pont. Come on.
Wait.
I am not jumping on him whatsoever. You didn't listen to my comment. I said Gabe had said when they had lost to the Mumbai, and I was sour about that because my Mumbai gets a big win, and Gabe's first thing was because Pant and Hitmeyer out of there. If they're in there, they at least get a whole bunch more runs. That's the only reason I brought that in, guys.
Let's read Swap Neil's comment. Pant out on a spinner again. As I said, okay, he struggles against Pinner, so that's 5 dismissals this year. And remember, he's missed 3 games, so he's only played, I want to say 5 games because he missed 3 games this game 10, or maybe he played 6 games. So he gets dismissed by spinners, and he gives up his wicket easily. Now, I did make the comment he averages between 25 and 30. He probably still averages between 25 and 30, even though he got 14 on this one. But my point was, and when the argument between me and Nick was, because that's the championship. So I told Nick, do you think Mumbai wins this game when it was a close game between DC and Mumbai, and they were missing both Pant and Hitmeyer, and the guys that replaced those guys, literally, I think one might have had 14, another one had 9. You're going to get more than 14 and 9 out of these two guys. So Nick's trying to go back to that argument because what he's trying to do is say that Mumbai is still a better team. I disagree. I think Mumbai is deeper, but I think that again, you saw DC and Mumbai go toe to toe. One team was complete in Mumbai, one team wasn't in DC, and DC.
No, I didn't say that at all. You weren't listening to my earlier comment. I said I'm a Mumbai fan, but I'm afraid of DC. I think DC, when they have all their guys, could be a better team. I've said that several times, and it's going to tick off the Mumbai fans because they want me just to be glazed over and say Mumbai is better than anyone else. I'm worried about DC. I said that earlier in this stream. My point was I was frustrated about the fact that when my team gets a huge win against DC, a huge win, my frustration was the very first thing I heard from you was the excuse about Pant and Hitmeyer. And I was like, you never know what's going to happen. They got those 2 wickets. You never know if Pant and Hitmeyer won't go down for 2 wickets as well. You don't know if those guys are going to go down for 100 partnership. You have no idea. I just wanted some love for my team's win that day. That's all I wanted. That was my whole frustration.
Hey, I've given DC plenty of love, man. I just bumped up your boy, not DC, Mumbai. I bumped your boy Boomer up above Jofra Archer as number 2, best bowler. All right. They're stupid. They're super stacked. I just think that, like I said, DC was a more balanced team.
You're only saying that because you've had Rabada on your team all year. That makes you a smarter man.
Not Rabada. I've had both Rabada and Archer on my team, and going forward, I may replace one of those guys, probably Archer.
From Dewan. What else is new?
Look at that. And who started him again? This guy right here. Who put him as vice captain? This guy right here. I love it. My question is,
you think that Hitmeyer is a big hitter, a better hitter than Dewan? Dewan is opener. Is that what you're saying? You think Hitmeyer is better than Dewan?
I'm telling you, Hitmeyer is a lot better than you give him credit for. You're only looking at what he's done so far this year because they've only needed.
That's the only thing I have. That's what we've both been saying all year. You said it many, many times yourself.
I agree, but
going off of what we've seen this year, you're absolutely right. I'm going by what I've seen this year.
Here's the thing, Nick. Look at Pollard. Has he had to do anything? If you were just forget about what you saw in the season.
When he's in there, is he playing? Is he cooking? Yes, he is.
Yes,
but when he's in there, he's being the difference maker.
They've needed to use Pollard more than DC have needed to use Hitmeyer. Hitmeyer is really good. Look at his stats, bro. In the West Indies, he is stacked on that team. In the T20,
I didn't say he's bad, but if you had to choose, we have to get one of these 2 guys off the squad today, Hitmeyer or Dewan. We have to take one of them off today. You're telling me you're going to choose Hitmeyer over Dewan?
No, I would definitely lose Dewan.
If a guy had an amazing season last year, that's great. But either he's not getting the time, or either he's not firing as much as someone else. I don't care what he did last year.
He's not getting the time.
Going off this year. I've never once said that he's a garbage player.
And that is my argument. That's why I don't understand why they brought in Stoinis before Hitmeyer, because they pushed back Hitmeyer so late. Same thing Pollard, by the way. One thing Mumbai, in my opinion, does wrong is that they wait too long to bring in Pollard, and Pollard has not had an opportunity to get.
I don't understand that either.
7 or 8 overs. He always has to do everything right and basically in the death overs. You know what I'm saying? But those are captains, and we're not. You know what I mean? Look, it's already basically the death overs. So now, what is Hitmeyer really going to get? 3 overs, maybe? He may not even get the bat this over. And the same thing has happened with Pollard. I used to, in fantasy, guys, my first 3 games, I had Pollard in there. I no longer have Pollard on my team, or maybe the first 4 games, because he just doesn't play enough.
Now, watch, Gabe. Just watch. I have Stoinis as my vice captain. He'll go down pretty quickly, and then you'll be able to see Hitmeyer. We'll be able to have the answer to this argument really quick.
You're out of control. Oh, get out, please. Go for a boundary. Yes.
It's Dewan, Gabe. Of course it's going to go for a boundary.
The guy is so lucky. I like this comment right here. He says, Hitmeyer is a better hitter. Dewan is a better batsman. There's a big difference. That's a really good point. People don't understand the difference between, in baseball specifically too, right? Would I take a hitter or would I take a slugger? I'm going to take a hitter every time, because as a slugger, you have you're susceptible to getting yourself out, right? A hitter is going to have better contact. So there is a big difference between the two. So I think that's what they were trying to say, that while Dewan is an overall better batsman, Hitmeyer might be a better hitter.
Just saying, guys, I have not seen it this year. And if you're saying that this is only his second year in the IPL, and one of the years has not been the most fantastic year for him,
Hitmeyer never got. It says something. Hitmeyer never got such a chance because he's an all-rounder. So is Pollard. That's another thing. Pollard bowls one game, gives up no economy rate. I think I had him one game when he bowled in the death overs. He got two overs, 15 runs, and got a wicket. The next game, they didn't even bowl him. I'm like, come on, man. You can't have a guy like that in fantasy, bro. That's why I dropped him. That's going to kill your team. He don't play enough, and neither does Hitmeyer. But
Jonty Rhodes on the screen. Bishnoi's got me no wickets. Come on, man.
Here's what's funny, Nick. While we're talking about those guys aren't playing enough, right? Those teams are both 1 and 2 respectively, and the best teams in the league. That's an out. Bye. Wow.
Man, you're way ahead of me.
I'm on 15.4 right now.
You could have placed that perfect. I'm telling you, Dewan can't get a wicket. He's allergic to it.
And that wasn't a drop. He's allergic to wickets. What is going on?
They're saying Hitmeyer isn't an all-rounder.
Lucky Dewan is always.
We're going to agree to disagree on this one. We're going to agree. I have not seen enough from Hitmeyer whatsoever. And no, I don't have the past at my benefit because I haven't watched all the cricket matches. I've been saying that since the very beginning. We're going to agree to disagree on Hitmeyer. I would take a lot of guys over him any day. Now, I'm not saying he's garbage. Obviously, he's good. He's in the IPL. Ooh, watch out, KRO. We're going to agree, disagree on that one. 100%.
Uh-oh. This is my captain. No. He can't go down hurt.
He'll walk it off.
Wow, what a beautiful ball.
Hitmeyer's an all-rounder. He didn't tell me.
But that's, it's funny because we're thinking about it in terms of fantasy. And it's funny. The one game that they needed Hitmeyer because guys went down early, he performed, right? And he put up, I think it was 40 runs or whatever, 47. I think it's been 2 games when they really needed Pollard to hit, and including the Super Over. If it's not for Pollard, Mumbai Indians don't even make it to the Super Over, and Pollard has hit. So I think that's the idea, Nick, with playing those guys so late. If everybody else falters, you got them in the back burner. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right, guys, we are out of time here. It is the 16th over.
It's 15 already.
Let me just finish by saying this. Once again, I make a comment where I don't think Hitmeyer's as good as some other guys on the team. I did not say he's garbage. So sensitive out there in the cricket world. It's okay. We are going to go to work. Thank you so much for checking us out. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully Kings 11 is able to pull this off. We will see how this death treats them. Thank you so much, guys. And until next time.